Hey, everybody. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's what I got the channel name. Let's talk about it. Um, Today is going to be like a sort of little part two about me, but it's not really about me, but it's about me. but yesterday I talked a little bit about my babies, and I did a lot more talking about my son, the baby, and how proud I am and how successful he has become. And I did throw in there that my firstborn son basically was pew pew. My son was killed in a drive-by. He was 4 years old when this happened. Yeah, he was 4 years old when this happened, and it has been quite some time. It has been some time. Time has gone on, and I made it. I hear a lot of people say how, if something was to happen to my child, then I'll just kill myself. I'll just kill myself. You know, I used to think that as well, and I'm not going to lie. It was thought about, practiced upon, but I couldn't be selfish because I had a whole nother child to live for, and that's what kept me pushing. A lot of people be like, how did you survive that? How did you go through that? Because I had another child that I had to take care of. This, as a matter of fact, this is my baby. This was the last picture that he took, the very last picture that he took. Um, isn't he beautiful? He was beautiful. His soul was just so beautiful. He was crazy about his baby brother. But yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today. So, my child was taken away from us at a very early age, at 4 years old. And let me tell you how smart children are. My son, that is living with me now, well, he doesn't live with me, that's alive now, he was only 2 years old at this time. And after Lil Rob passed, he completely shut down, y'all. He completely shut down. I'm talking about he wouldn't walk, and his skills just slowed down. Like at first, he was, how babies grow and develop. He was still developing. It's just that he wouldn't talk anymore. He wouldn't walk anymore. He shut down completely, and him being a baby, he didn't know how to express himself. And I didn't know that my son was hurting like that. I didn't know that my son was hurting like that. It took me a long time to figure out that my son was hurting. And I think that's why my son is in the line of work that he is now. Because he really loved he loves people. He barely remembers his brother, but he does because the family always talked about him. Always, we kept him forefront. Lil Rob, Lil Rob, Lil Rob. Lil Rob was crazy about you. So we made sure that he never forgot him. Or he probably made sure he never forgot him as well. We definitely underestimate these children, the power that the Lord has given them. We don't know. We can't even imagine. Excuse me. So, getting back to what happened to my firstborn son, it was a summer day. He was killed July the 7th. It was July 7th. And we were all outside. I was giving them a ride on a bike, giving them turns. I'll take him to the end of the block, come back, take my baby to the end of the block, come back. But in the midst of all of that, it was some ninjas, thugs. I'm not even gonna call them that because at the time they were our friends. Like, to be honest with you, my son's cousin was going with one of the guys that had something to do with my child being gone. I'm gonna get to that as well. So basically, we were all outside. You know how it is in the summertime. Everybody out there chilling. It's mid afternoon. This was mid-afternoon. So I tell them, I was like, because I'm seeing them, they looking a little suspicious to me, you know? Like, I'm like, wait a minute, why y'all acting so weird? To the point where it had me feeling uncomfortable. I was like, is something going on? Nobody said nothing. I'm like, what's going on with y'all? What's up? What's up? No, now we talk about everything. Shit, the niggas on the block, the next block, or whatever. So it was this nigga on the block that they was watching, but they didn't tell me. Mind you, I got my babies outside, and with them, and down the street, there was some other children out there as well playing with my kids. All these kids outside. So I'm asking them, what's going on? What's going on? Nobody want to say anything. I'm like, okay, shit. So I get little. I break off. You know what I'm saying? So the dude that was sitting on the corner about 2 blocks away, I would say, if anybody know Chi-Town, he was sitting like 2 blocks away, basically watching them. Y'all, this was all over a wick wax spot, wax spot. I don't know what they call it now. A leaf? I don't. It was about that. Back then, that's what it was called. Hell, whatever the hell it is called now, I really don't give a damn. To be honest, y'all see my cup? Don't judge me, y'all. Apparently, I love shiny things. But anyway, getting back to it. So they never told me anything that was going on. So we're standing in front of my house, mind you, at the time, and the car pulls up. You know, the truck pulls up. And he hollering at the dudes because there's my house, a vacant lot, and another house. The other house is where, aside the vacant lot, is where they used to be at. But anyway, the dude pulls up, and I'm standing right there. I was almost there. I didn't make it to my baby quick enough. But I remember the dude saying, "Ooh, look at me, I'm shaking." He just stuck the pew pew out the window, and I'm like, "What the?" And I'm like, "No, my baby's right there, you know." And he turns it at me, and he shoots at me. Yes, 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 you know. And everybody know who I am. I don't mess with these guys. Oh, but my son's a family member did. So the families were kind of close. So dude was just on, I don't care. I don't care. You could get it too. You know what I'm saying? So I dip off to the right, across the street. Cause like I said, the Negro point at me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I cut right. And I go like in a zigzag, zoom, zoom, because I'm running to get to my babies. Period. However, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Um, the dude kept shooting. He saw my baby out there. And do you know how I know that he saw my baby out there? Because he told me, I told your shorty to duck. You told my 4-year-old son to duck. And I'm quite sure you said it just like that. If you did say it, Shouty Duck. My son's name is Lil Rob. He don't know Shouty Duck. He don't know what the heck is going on out here. So that gives you right there. That lets you know right there he could have just went on. He could have pulled off. You saw all these babies right there. My son, my 2 boys wasn't the only one there. The other kids off the block, the babies about their age, was there as well. Y'all, basically what happened was, like I said, he didn't stop shooting. The bullet, he was killed by a 9 millimeter, and the bullet went through his chest, and it went out through the side. However, it hit the bone in his arm, and it went back through him. and traveled up through his lungs on the spot. How I haven't dropped a tear right now, I don't know. Like I said, it's been some time, but even I don't talk about it. And maybe this will help me talk about it. Maybe this will help somebody else talk about it. Because we sit back and we hold a lot of pain in to the point like pressure. I kind of feel like it's pressure coming up off of me, just sitting here doing this. But let me tell you something else though, y'all. Lil Rob was crazy about his baby brother, crazy, 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 and his brother was standing right next to him when that bullet went out and hit his arm. If it would have came out of his arm, both my babies would be gone. Both of them. You know, it's not like how do you take that? You saved you man. Wow. But getting back to it, long story short, you know, so I fought this case for 7 years, y'all. I fought this case for 7 years. And the attorney generals at that time, they were so nice. They knew me by the name. You know, we'll do holiday cards and everything. Like, they'll let you know, thinking about you. So I really give shout out to Chicago attorney general at that time. I think his name was Dave Kelly. Fought that case for 7 years. But the reason why he left is because someone was shooting back. The person that was shooting back, apparently, was the guy that I said went with my son's cousin. And y'all, I'm sorry. And y'all, why I fell out with my son's family because I wasn't only trying to take Terrence Legan down. I wanted them all gone because y'all had the opportunity to say, look, get your kids. We into it with this nigga that's sitting right there at the corner. You know, they could have said that, but they didn't do that. And they knew, you know, my baby. Everybody loved my baby. Like literally. But nobody gave me a warning at all. But to get back to fighting this case, y'all. Fought this case for 7 years. In and out of court. In and out of court. Missing work. I don't get paid for this. And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't even get paid for this. A lot of crazy stuff happened, and my eyes were really open when that did happen. You know, the greed was. How do we have time for greed and my baby gone? How does anybody have time to be greedy and thinking about money and my whole baby gone? You know. So just to make sure nobody got nothing, I didn't get nothing from the state. I know y'all gonna be like, man, girl, bye. That's crazy. I would have. No, it was just that bad. It was just that bad, y'all. To the point where I pretty much kind of like fell back from the family. It was kind of bad. I was getting called all type of bees because I was telling on everybody. Everybody got to go. My baby gone. Everybody got to go. Every ninja that was out here that had something to do with it. Everybody. I'm giving you. Everybody got to go. So they like, why you doing that? Why you doing that? We know it was terrible, but no. Everybody involved in this crap need to go down, period. But it didn't work out like that. It didn't work out like that. And again, like I said, y'all, it was crazy. It was crazy to the point where I had to move. I had to move for safety reasons. For safety reasons. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. For safety reasons, I had to get little. Took my baby and was gone. Took me forever to come back to the city. Never wanted to come back to the city. I just came here and got stuck here. But God is good, and that's how I made it through it. I had a praying family, a loving family, and they really prayed a lot for me. I had fell into alcoholism, and that was a dark, dark period of time. It was like I can't even remember some of those. It was a dark time. It was a very dark time for me, but through prayer and family and being around somebody that loved me and get me and understood what I was going through, is how I made it through that. And let's not forget, I have a whole nother son that I had to raise. So I couldn't just give up on life. As you can see, it has been some years, but it still hurt just to even tell you guys that story. To tell you guys that story. If I was to, it was like a whole movie, y'all. Like I said, I had to go. People was getting threatened, I would say. I'm going to leave it there. You know, the dreams that I was having, it was like God was telling me, like, you need to go. You need to go. I had no peace as long as I kept laying my head down where I was staying. I had no peace until I moved. Sometimes we do have to take ourselves out of the line of fire, if you will. You have to take yourself away from people that you thought would always be there for you. You have to you got to go out there on faith. You have to go out there on faith. And like I said, I have a loving family. You know, so my family wanted me to come home, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't go with them either. And it took a long time to come up out of that darkness. But I can say that the pain, it'll never go away. Day by day, year by year, it will get easier to deal with. Keep your head in the Bible. Love God. Build a relationship with God. To all of you women that has ever lost a child, my love is going out to you, my heart. That's the first thing I think. Is like, oh my gosh, the pain that I felt. I never wanted nobody to feel that. I didn't even want Terrence's mother to feel that pain. The way they treated me and my family when we came to court while we was fighting that case was awful. It was awful. It was totally awful. But you know what? We didn't match that energy. We didn't match that energy. I remember asking my Mom, why they mad at me? He took my baby. Why they mad at me? People can be really something else, very ugly. But keep your faith in God. If anybody ever needs to know more, because I'm telling you, with these scriptures, I'm not the best, but I know some scriptures that could bring some ease to you. And keeping my faith in that Bible and my faith in God is really what got me this far. That's really what got me this far. If y'all want to know what happened, a little bit more details, just let me know. But I think I'm gonna end it there. I hope this reaches somebody that really needs it. I survived, and you will too. And you will too. I'm sorry ahead of time, and I'm sorry to every woman and father that has ever lost a child. My prayers go out to you. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I hope y'all come back and let's see what I have to talk about next time. You know, I do want to start. I can't wait. Like I said, this is new for me. I'm trying to build up my page. So like and subscribe. Subscribe. I want to build up a family, a community. So until then, till next time, love you. Happy Friday. Happy Sabbath. And I'll see you later.